Let me take Warren Buffett, for example.
Warren Buffett is an American billionaire investor. He is perhaps one of the most influential and famous investors of all time, and he has made most of his fortune by allocating capital or investing in companies, in stocks or shares.
And to be totally frank, I'm not his biggest fan, but
When you are frank, you speak with honesty. Here's an example.
I can't remember the last time that you invited me to your house for a cup of coffee. Even though my wife is godmother to your only child. But let's be frank, you never wanted my friendship.
and to be totally frank, I'm not his biggest fan, but
This is a nice colloquial phrase. I'm not his biggest fan is the same as I don't like him very much. So Elon is saying that he doesn't like Warren Buffett very much. He's not his biggest fan. You can also say, I'm not a big fan of someone or something. For example, I'm not a big fan of musicals. In other words, I don't like musicals very much.
then the accounting, and it's pretty boring, really.
All right, we have the word accounting here. Notice that we have the N-T combination there. Usually, especially in American English, that T goes away, so we pronounce the N instead. So instead of accounting, we hear accounting. The first A there is a schwa sound, by the way.
And the accounting, and it's the accounting, and it's I mean, it's kind of a boring job, if you ask me.
This is a great colloquial way to give your opinion. First, you make your statement. Then you say, if you ask me. For example, this movie is pretty boring if you ask me. In other words, this movie is pretty boring in my opinion. Here's another example.
I understand, but what kind of best man would I be if I didn't offer for you to have it here?
Pretty shitty one, if you ask me.
You know, it's still a thing that's important to figure out, like which is a company deserving of more or less capital.
When you are deserving of something, you deserve it. You've earned the right to have that. For example, since you got good grades, you are deserving of some ice cream. In other words, you deserve some ice cream. Notice that to be deserving of, I'm using deserve here as an adjective. You are deserving of something. Now, the verb itself is to deserve. So you can say, I deserve this, or you can say, I am deserving of this.